Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been so long since the last video. Whole bunch of things, work, health, family, all that sort of stuff got in the way. Of course, there's obviously been this ridiculously long rain event in Sydney, and so it's basically sapped all desire and energy to get out there and ride. But bright things are ahead. Hopefully the rain is starting to ease off, but more importantly, it's new bike day. So I got rid of the Mega a little while ago. Another reason I haven't sort of ridden for probably a good month or more is because that's gone and the new Steed has finally arrived. Now, what happened was originally I was going to get a Norco Range, one of the new ones. I'd had money down since it was announced last year, and you know, originally looking to get it before the end of the previous year, and then that kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and then there was a point where they basically said, you know, because I'd gone for the C1, so the top of the range was basically forget about it, you know, forget about getting it in probably 2022. And so I took my money back and started to have a little bit of a hunt around for something else, and so because I had a little bit extra time, managed to put away a little bit extra money to be able to then upgrade to this. So what we have here is a forbidden Dreadnought. Similar idea with the high pivot, obviously slightly different travel. This is only a 154 in the back as opposed to 170 in the range, but rocking a 180 Zeb up front, and this is a Zeb Ultimate, which is pretty sweet in the black. And I must say, I mean, Forbidden's sort of little punchline, marketing line is high pivot witchcraft. Having done a couple of runs on the bike now, I can say that it's not marketing spiel. Like, this thing is seriously quick, and I'm not even trying to push it very hard, and I'm fine. I'm hitting corners and other sections a lot quicker than I would have before. But anyway, quick look over some of the bits and pieces. This is my third attempt at doing this because I've been so excited to get out on the bike I kept forgetting things. So up front, start up with the cockpit area. So I'm rocking Deity cockpit. We've got the new Supracush grips. I'm really happy with them so far. They are super comfy, fit my hand quite nicely. Rocking the Deity carbon bars along with a 35mm stem. Still got the TRP DHR Evos from the that I had on the Mega before. I've taken them. Rocking a wolf tooth dropper lever adapter there, which is great. Really enjoying it. It's got a nice feel to it. Got the Oneup guide, the Oneup toolkit there in the stem. This is a size large frame. Now originally it was supposed to come with a Fox X2 rear shock, but it would appear as though they may have switched to the Super Deluxe Ultimate for the rear, probably because of stock, I'd imagine. But that actually works out quite well, considering I'd chosen to run the Rockshox Zeb up front, so now it works having both Rockshox front and rear. Continuing on, this is the first time I'm actually running Maxxis tyres. I'd run Michelin's before, but because you can't find them anywhere, I've decided to try out some Maxxis. So I'm rocking an Assegai up front and a Dissector up the back. They are laced to WR1 carbon wheels. So these are the Union set, front and rear. And those bad boys are laced up to some i9 Industry Hydra hubs. First time using these sorts of hubs. Super noisy out the back. I'm actually really quite enjoying it, but the actual feel engagement of it is really quite nice. Actually really quite liking how quick the power put down feels, and that could be a bit of the bike as well. The other big thing, rocking a SRAM GX Axis rear derailleur. I'm actually loving the way that feels. And just getting used to the shifting a little bit. You can tune it via an app on your phone, but yeah, loving that so far. Continuing on, got some more Deity here. Got these new pedals. They are super slim, so hopefully avoid any of those rock strikes. Just laced to some GX cranks. 32 chainring up front, and then the standard Eagle drivetrain out there out the back. And a 180mm Oneup dropper, and a WTB Silverado saddle. At this point I want to have a massive shout out to Nathan and the boys there at Summit Cycles in Sydney for helping me get this rig together. The other person I want to thank immensely is Alex at Janus Imports. Obviously the guys that bring in Forbidden and the We Are One stuff into Australia, in helping me get something sorted, because obviously the dramas with the Norco and all that sort of stuff. The bike was even, the Forbidden for me was actually delayed a little bit in that the shipment that was supposed to contain my frame, Forbidden actually ended up accidentally sending out an extra large instead, but then they sorted that out by air freighting out a large literally the next day back to Australia again, and Alex got that over to Summit for me as quickly as he could, which was just absolutely amazing. So I can't thank those guys enough for all their support and answering my countless emails and questions. So if you're in the market for a new rig and you're looking at something like a Forbidden, definitely hit up the boys there at Summit, because they are top lads, and they will absolutely hook you up with an immense rig that will, you know, definitely blow your mind in terms of how good they ride. So massive thumbs up to those guys. Now, like I said, I've done a couple of runs on it already, because the earlier version of this that I had recorded I'm not actually going to use. So in terms of first ride impressions, man, this thing is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, it literally just hits things so quickly. I'm finding I'm have to brake a little harder going into corners. I was not even pushing it that hard because obviously it's a new bike. Previously I'd only ridden the 27.5 Mega, so going up to the full 29-inch wheels on the Forbidden, wasn't sure what to expect with that, but you know, just literally found that it was just getting up to speed and just hammering through that chunky stuff just so well, so quickly. I'm just super impressed with it. I really can't wait to get the suspension dialed to how I want to feel it, and then that way can really sort of get to learn the bike and you know, really push it to my limits, because I'm obviously going to run out of limits way before this thing will, by the look of it. So, and the main thing now for me is to not only get used to the bike, get my fitness back a little bit, then hopefully enter into a few, you know, enduro, maybe even a couple of downhill races, because this is obviously super downhill capable. And so really sort of interested in maybe dabbling back into that again. It's been, you know, 20 odd years since I've done a proper downhill race. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Any questions about the rig, certainly just let me know. Throw some comments down the bottom. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you're not already, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya. Holy, my God, that is so clapped out from the rain. And holy fuck, did that eat it up. Whew. Hell yeah.
was awesome.